Yes, judges.
Hello, Dan. How you doing? You
What are you
all
up to, bro?
I'm actually watching the football, mate. This Surfshark VPN is a lifesaver, mate. You can watch the football with a dodgy Wi-Fi, even at the Emirates when you've got a big crowd there and everything like that, watching the football. Unbelievable.
Easy to set up? Well, it must be if you've done it, mate.
Ah, very, very funny. Even abroad you can watch all your favourite programmes. It's like being at home, mate.
And that's exactly what you guys can do too. Click the link in the description for Surfshark VPN.
I gotta say, lads, these were not the two games that I had you down to win. Now, especially Liverpool at home to Palace. Yeah, that is crazy. I gotta say as well, I think Liverpool look done out here. I think Liverpool look done, man. They look like a team, and the manager, even the manager, I think they look tired. I think this whole Klopp thing. I think it's got to them in the end. You know what I mean? That sort of, I think they're praying under loads of pressure because they've wanted to do it for Klopp, innit? You know what I mean? They wanted to win something, and I just think it's just hit them, man, at the wrong time. And I just looked at them. I looked at the way that Klopp responded after Palace scored, and he just looked like he was out of ideas. I'm not even saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying like the guy just looked tired, and that was a shocking result for them. Listen, obviously Aston Villa are a good side, but Aston Villa played on Thursday night Europa League, and you guys are going for the league. You're at home. I didn't expect it to be proper easy, but I expected you guys to get the job done. And you didn't. You got beat 2-0, man. So, listen, you're both in the mud. I'm looking at it now, and I'm thinking to myself, if we don't win the league from here, it's a big disaster, man. It's a big disaster for us because I'm looking at your guys, because people say, because this is why I kind of like, I watched your fan cam, Dan, yeah? I watched your fan cam with Robbie and that, and I've got to say, to be honest with you, I was a little bit surprised at the reaction of some of the fans that were stood around you. Because, you know, you said City are going to win 6-6, and they kept on saying, oh, City can drop points. But I don't see Arsenal going the next 6 games without dropping points. And that's the thing, if you drop points in your next 6, so can City. And that goes for Liverpool. I'd be surprised if... I think actually Liverpool have easier fixtures than Arsenal. But the way that I just think their heads have gone. I just think they're going to drop points as well.
Points ahead last season and we didn't win it. How are we supposed to win it from being 2 points behind you? This is what I don't get with the fan base. And it's fair enough saying, you know, Robbie was sitting there trying, well, they could draw a game. Yeah, that means we've got to win all 6. So we ain't going to win all 6, mate.
I don't think you'll win all 6. I don't think either of you will win all 6. I think City have got a chance. Obviously, that Spurs one's a major issue, but I just don't think either of you will. I don't think either of you will.
Spurs will roll over. They just don't want Arsenal to win anything.
Yeah. Well, maybe, bro. But look. At the end of the day, the pressure was on, and you know, you both hold L's. You know what I mean? And it's bad. And 2 wins. I think it's 2 wins in 5 for Liverpool. Like I say, for them, I think it's different situations. Like I say, I think Liverpool's pressure for the whole Klopp thing, I just think it's just built up, and it's just backfired. As for you guys, Dan, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what the starting 11 was. I'm not sure why he done that, to be honest with you. Did he have one eye on Bayern Munich? If he did, that's absolutely shambolic, in my opinion.
Idiot if he does. If that's true, that is a disgrace.
But I'm chilling. I'm very happy, bro.
And he says 1 game at a time. 1 game at a time. Well, if he's concentrating on Bayern Munich, that ain't 1 game at a time, is it? So I was disgusted by him changing the system. It weren't really the rotated players for me because we can't play the same 11 every week, right? So I've got nothing against the fact that he tried to switch a couple of players around. Where my feeling is why have we gone back to Havertz in midfield? Why is Jesus back to number 9 when he scored 4 goals all season? Why is Trossard, the super sub, now starting? Why is Tomiyasu not playing at left back, who by far is one of the best one-on-ones that we got, when they've got Bailey and players like Diaby and these players that can hit us on the break? I'm just stunned by it, man. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Villa, by the way, were quality. I'm not taking anything away from them, particularly in the second half. Cole Palmer's just scored again, by the way. I don't see any reason as to why we can be gutted about Villa, because Villa in the second half were really good, man.
They cooked you, bro. They cooked you, especially in that second half, man. They done you again.
Do you know what?
They done the double over you, bro.
Bro, it's mad to have. This is the problem. We ain't winning the league when you can't beat West Ham at home. You can't beat Fulham home and away. You can't beat Villa home and away. You go to St James Park and you lose. Every single time that we have had a question, unfortunately, we've failed. Still this season, and we've had an incredible season. But let's be real. Is it that incredible when you can't get across the line in massive games? Bayern Munich, 100% Arsenal fans couldn't get across the line. And do you know what, Maz, right? This reminded me of when you battered us last season at Brighton. This result was exact replica to that, other than Brighton actually played a bit better from minute 1 to 90. Whereas in the first, I think missed chances for Arsenal. It could have been a different story. Maybe, I mean, Trossard has to score. People said that's a great save by Martinez. Bullshit. Put that in, man.
World's
You
number
cannot
one.
miss that. You cannot miss that chance.
I literally said that at half time to Potts. I literally called it at half time. I was like, this is literally exactly how. All I said was, your fans. We didn't get the drone shot of the fans leaving the stadium. That's what I wanted. Just to stop it all.
That was a disgrace, by the way.
Saw
as
the
well.
empty seats though, and these
Yeah, there was
mugs,
a lot of
yeah,
empty seats,
they've been bragging about emptying out all these stadiums. They bragged about emptying our stadium out, and Villa emptied theirs. Did you see the empty seats after the first goal? Yeah.
What do you think about that, Potts? Because I'm not going to lie, I saw what Lawless saw, and I wasn't impressed. I was disgusted at that, because for me, and tell me if I'm wrong, the guys on the panel, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, you're still in the title race, although you think it's gone. You're still in it effectively, and those players need a G up. They need a lift for one of the biggest games that you've got this season coming up this week. And what do? They get everyone producing a mass exit. That doesn't give them the right.
Well, let me come back on that.
What have you got to say for yourself, Potts? Because I didn't see you in your seat. I didn't see you.
Shut up, mate. I was there till the end. What are you talking about? What camera have you got? What camera have you got?
I didn't see you, mate. I was looking.
Dan Potts cam live on Sky. Click the red button.
You weren't looking hard enough, mate. I was there till the end, right? And what annoys me is I get told, back your team, shut up, get behind him, just back this team. And then the people that are telling me to back this team are jogging on in a fire drill in the 88th minute. Nah, man, get in the bin. I'm sick of it. And the fans, you're right, LB, the fans, they're like, oh, come on, like, why so down? Why so down? Hey, I've seen this story before. Man City don't lose these games. Arsenal throw it away. It's same. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say, get this guy out and get the manager gone. Well, there's a lot of football to play yet, right? But there's a lot of people that question if this guy can get us across the line. And unfortunately, whether you love him, hate him, or aren't sure, you cannot change your opinion until you see evidence that this guy can get you across the line. That's just facts. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. Get us across the line, yeah, or you will always be questioned as to whether you can. And that's not being harsh. That's just the true reality of it. So when I see some of the fans that get stick before, I don't really understand why when they're questioning it again, saying, can this guy get us across the line? Is he, I think it was Gunnar Lee got cooked because he was saying, is he the Spanish Brendan Rodgers? Is he the guy that, you know, Liverpool got the nearly there? Then they got Klopp who took him over. I didn't think that was such a bad thing to say, but he got absolutely slated for it. Got called all the names under the sun, a disgrace of an Arsenal fan. All he's doing is asking a question, man. Like, let's be real. I understand if people are going, get him out, get him out, get him gone, people might want to question that. But let's be real. I know we've only lost one Premier League game in the year, but it's looking very, very tough for Arsenal now because of what we're up against. You know, me and Errol chatted after the game, and it was like, we both know. Like, we know what's happening. We know what's going on. Man City, you cannot do this with them because they're too good, man. And that's where I'm at, man. That is where I'm at.
Do you not think, can I ask, because I put this in the chat, do you not look back, and I know you'll say no, but do you not look back now and think, at the Etihad, you did miss a trick? Because you did come to the Etihad and sit back. You didn't come to win that game. No one on this panel can sit here and say Arsenal tried to beat Man City at the Etihad. You came, you parked your bus, and you got out there with a point. Do you not now look at that and think, and I thought it was a good point at the time, but do you not look back at that now and go, that was a potential missed opportunity? Because I got to say, Liverpool fans do. When we played at Anfield and Liverpool should have beat us, Liverpool fans after that game, even though the team was on paper weak, a lot of Liverpool fans I speak to go, that was a missed opportunity. Whereas Arsenal fans just seem to go, nah, we were happy with the point. Do you not think like that was an opportunity to get us, especially because at the time we were not flying and you just came and parked the bus?
Yeah, I said it was a missed opportunity at the time, and people said that was wrong to say that. I more meant because we had chances to win the game. But I still stand by what I said before, LB, and I think Errol will. Errol will look at Anfield against Palace. Errol will look at how he didn't beat Man United. I will look at how we didn't beat West Ham. I will look at how we didn't beat Fulham. And that, for me, are the reasons why we didn't win the league, not we drew at the Etihad, if only we'd have beaten them. Like, personally, I honestly believe we're in a situation where we will look back at the season and we will go, we didn't deserve to win it. Because look at the games we haven't won. It's crazy. Like, there's no way you can lose at home and away to Fulham and Villa, lose to West Ham, not beat one of the worst Chelsea sides I've seen in a long time at the Bridge, and deserve to win the league. I honestly don't believe it. We've lost to Newcastle when, without being disrespectful, Pete, they were depleted at the time. Yeah. We lost to them. We lost to Villa. Okay, they beat Man City as well, and they were doing well. But let's be real. When you lose to Aston Villa home and away, I know anyone can do that, and they're a good side. And I don't disrespect Aston Villa at all. I think they've been fantastic under Emery. But you have to win those games, man. So I don't think we deserve it now. And if Man City don't win this league, I'll be stunned, man. Absolutely stunned. I've got to ask the panel this, man. Like, real talk about the tactics yesterday. Like, I let any of you come in. Did anyone understand what Arteta was trying to do yesterday with the team? Like,
I think Zinchenko needs to have a hard look at himself.
He needs to go, man.
He was awful, man. Like the whole second half, he was give loose balls. He was just didn't look interested. Got beaten too easily. Was it for the goal as well? He was. I saw one clip where he was you were playing sort of a high line, and he was miles off it, and he kept, I think, 2 Villa players on side. And yeah, for me personally, I think it was just a couple of selections, like you mentioned earlier. Trossard starting, usually he's better off the bench. Zinchenko playing awful, and I just feel like, yeah, Villa were brilliant. I think I just want to put it out there. Villa was so good, second half especially, and that goal by Watkins was outrageous as well. Unbelievable finish. But yeah, I just think Zinchenko's got to have a good hard look at himself. I think, I'm not saying he was at fault for the goals necessarily, but generally he was awful. And as a neutral, I was fuming for you. Albeit I was quite happy that he lost. Sorry to say, Dan, but yeah, it was one of them games where I looked at Zinchenko and I thought, yeah, you're having an absolute stinker. And then what was it? He put on Tomiyasu for Ben White, and I thought, why not take Zinchenko off for Tomiyasu? It just made no sense. So yeah, I think we get Arteta a little bit as well with the selection and his decisions in game as well. So yeah,
the first goal, by the way, right? I don't know if you guys saw this. It was an absolute calamity of errors, right? Raya, this goalkeeper who we definitely need to replace for me now. I'm looking at him thinking, you ain't winning a shit, bro. Like, let's be real. This guy has made so many errors this season. I can't be dealing with that. If it ain't Ramsdale, David Raya.
You got to replace him.
Bayern Munich. I would get rid of this guy, man.
Bro, what are you talking about? What are you waffling about, bro? Another goalkeeper.
He's not a world-class goalkeeper, LP. He ain't. Do you think he's a world-class goalkeeper? Is he?
No, you just, I'm gonna admit it, right? My club always gets shit for like, oh, if nothing works for you, you just go back in the transfer market. How many goalkeepers has Arteta had at Arsenal now?
We're trying to compete with you. So that's what we got to bloody do. We got to go through these goalkeepers until we get a right one.
So you're just gonna accept that Arteta's just signed a goalkeeper that now you don't like, what you just want to get rid of and get a new one?
He ain't good enough. Do you think he's good enough to win the title? Is that what you're saying?
I just think it's ridiculous.
I think you need a striker more than a keeper, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. We got to upgrade this goalkeeper. He's not good enough.
You just spent 25 M's on him.
It might not happen. It might not happen, but we have to.
You wouldn't go back to Ramsdale.
There is no way he is a huge upgrade on Aaron Ramsdale. I'm not having it. If Ramsdale's not good enough, we can debate that. David Raya, when the goal, it's all right keeping clean sheets against Sheffield United and Burnley and West Ham, Brighton. That's fine. When it matters, this guy has let us down. I'm sorry, he has this season.
But do you know what the problem is?
The last 2 games, and he's been poor.
There's been no competition for that shirt, right? As much as he said, "Oh, I've got 2 number ones," and everyone was saying, "Oh, it's good. We've got 2 quality goalkeepers competing." It hasn't. Like, Ray has just had that spot indefinitely, and Ramsdale just hasn't really had a look in it. And that's been the problem.
Is that signing finalised? Is that signing finalised?
I thought it was an obligation to buy, was it not? 25 million.
It's going to get.
Was it not 40 million? Oh,
27 more. We paid 3 million. We've got 27 more to pay. If we
was it an obligation though? You signed him, are you? You signing him? Like, can you get out?
Obligation.
Oh, it's not obligation.
You can't get out of it. For me, I don't look at him and go.
Well, who would you get then? Who would you get then? You get rid of him. You move on to a third keeper in 3 years. Who you get?
Or somebody like that from AC Milan. Who looks like
you're funny, you Potts. You're a funny guy, bro.
That's what I do.
And what happens when he doesn't work? When he doesn't work in the first year, you get another one.
You've got to go and scout what you think is right. But Raya ain't an upgrade, man.
You can't go 3 keepers in 3 years, bro. You got to sack your manager before that happens, in my opinion. If it's
Joe Bravo and Edison.
No. Joe Hart wasn't a keeper for Pep Guardiola. He got rid of him straight away.
Exactly, he got rid of him, and then he got Bravo, and then he got Edison.
He didn't play a single game. No. He didn't play a single game. He got rid of him. He got rid of him straight away. He got rid of Joe Hart straight away.
Yeah.
He wasn't part
Sold
of
him
this.
then, didn't he? Right.
Yeah, he sold him straight away.
So he got another keeper he didn't
No,
want.
because you're including Joe Hart as an option. That's not an option because he got rid of him straight away. He signed Claudio Bravo and then got Edison, so he got rid of one. How many has he had already?
Arteta has not bought too many goalkeepers. My point is exactly that. My point is actually he signed this guy who's still not good enough. And if you think that all you do is just keep the one that's not good enough because we've already had too many, that's why you don't win titles. He will not win us a title, in my opinion, because I see too many errors from him. That's all I'm saying.
He does need more criticism. If you're saying, like, Arsenal fans say you got the best defence in Europe, right? That's what we keep hearing. Obviously, I don't agree with it. But if you have got the best defence in Europe, then obviously the problem is Raya then. Or the problem is your midfield. Maybe the man that's supposed to protect your defence.
Yeah, but
maybe it's half-price Declan Rice. Eh?
No,
more like bargain bin Declan Rice.
Gabriel Saliba and Rice ain't the ones I'm coming for, man. Ray has made a mistake. He made another one.
He played one Champions League qualifier.
Another one.
Exactly. So he wasn't in the picture. He wasn't in the picture.
He didn't play at all. You said he didn't play at all.
Oh, sorry. Okay, he played one Champions League qualifying game. Fucking hell.
He didn't
You know what?
apparently.
I found out on
That's
transfer
fine.
market, mate. Transfer market. What an ass.
Good. What you do for your club to even be involved in the Champions League qualifying game, you fucking die for that right now, the way your club is, bro. Yeah?
Hey, we'll get to United. All I'm saying is...
Mate, you are the biggest fucking... Mate, you, this fucking last 6 weeks, what we've had to endure with you, you've been a child, mate.
I'm a child. I'm a child.
My club's in the bin.
I'm a child. I'm a child. So I'm the one, am I? Every single morning with the phone out in front of me, doing little video messages to the whole chat. Oh, fucking United this, United that. Yeah, that's right. That's what he does, chat. Yeah, this guy. Damn.
To be fair, LB, you a couple of weeks ago, was it? You were saying that the league was done.
Exactly.
I thought it was done. Because for the only way I could see us winning the league is by winning 9 out of 9.
Yeah, and you're on that now.
Yeah, but I also didn't think that Liverpool would lose to Crystal Palace at home and Arsenal would bottle it to Villa. I also didn't think Liverpool would win 2 games in 5.
You were so despondent, as in like you're like, oh, yeah, it's done. Like there's no chance.
Yeah, because Maz, I have respect for these 2 teams, bro. I respect the 2 sides, man.
No, you don't.
No, that's why I said it. I didn't expect Liverpool. Yeah, a team that we've battled for 3 or 4 years, going head to head to win 2 games out of 5 football matches, dropping points at Old Trafford and dropping points at Crystal Palace at home. I'm sorry, I didn't predict that. I thought they were better than that, bro. Like, if you know what I mean, I didn't realise that was going to happen. As for Arsenal, maybe I should have been, obviously, you know, they have a history of bottling stuff. Maybe I should have been a bit more optimistic on that. But I didn't think Liverpool would win 2 in 5.
To be fair though, LB did come back though. He came back with confidence. That midnight tweet into the chat saying, "You know what, boys, we're winning the league 9 out of 9." He did come back and say that. So although he was,
I've had more faith in Man City than LB.
Came back with the confidence. To be fair.
Listen,
I always said we can win it as long as we win 9 out of 9. That's it. I always said it.
It was after the
Anyway, I'm not getting cooked here, by the way. I'm refused to get cooked on today's show, man. Yeah, let Errol's being a bit quiet. Let's land it on Errol, man. So someone crash it on this guy.
It's getting away easy because I want to hear you talk about Ray. You can't sit there and put it on. Oh, I'm gonna just blame Zinchenko. I'm just gonna blame Ray because I don't like them 2 players, and it's easy.
No.
You got to blame your favourites. Wow, Pickford got mugged off there by Palmer, way off his line, and he got chipped from distance. Yeah, listen, you got to go for your favourites, Saka and Rice. Yeah,
I've got to be honest. I've rewatched
Rice this season. Go on, Billy. Go on.
No, I've rewatched that first goal about 1,000 times today, just to see the pandemonium in the away end. But watching Rice for that clip, he completely forgets that there's a player behind him. He doesn't look back once for a 20-second period from when McGinn receives that ball, plays it into Moreno, plays it into Luke Dean, who puts it across. He doesn't look behind him to scan around him once to know that Bailey was there, and that was really poor.
But do you know what though, Bill? Like, as much as I appreciate that was poor from Rice, Zinchenko is right back with Tomiyasu, who is
That's
our right
also
back,
very true.
and he is our left back. Where is he going? This guy has basically been given a free role at left back, and he's never in left back. So
you know
as
what?
much as Rice can hold that, as much as Saka can hold that this game, as much as most of the team can, other than Erdegaard, who I thought was, oh my God, I've just seen that chip, by the way.
Yeah.
As much as Erdegaard, for me,
Goalkeeper,
was
disgusting.
incredible. What is he doing? As much as Erdegaard was our best, as soon as he took him off, I was like, wow, this looks done. We look like
You're that
so
Gordon
good.
Ramsay meme, Potts, where it's like, you're fucking shit. All the ones you like, you're like, it's okay, Declan. Oh,
Nah,
next
listen,
time, oh,
we all
Saka,
know why you want to
okay.
give it to Rice. Rice has been poor the last 2 games, but he's
Do you
got
know what
enough
the
credit.
maddest thing is?
Players
Potts?
like Zinchenko have not, bro. Yeah, players like him who cannot defend, who has had 1 good game against Burnley home this season. That is the only game he's had. Yeah, there's a reason Man City and Zinchenko put these 2 guys in the bin, right? Because they wanted to go
Tell
up.
me, Potts,
Now,
what the point
well,
of selling Xhaka was for Rice. Xhaka's just won a league title, the first league title for Bayern Leverkusen. What was the point of getting rid of Xhaka and spending 105 million pounds on Declan Rice? Where has it got you?
we needed to keep Xhaka and buy Rice. That's what we needed to do. And when Xhaka wanted to go, you got to say, see you later. He's had 1 good season with us, Xhaka, right? And to be
Nah,
fair,
he's had more than one. That's harsh. That's
nah,
harsh.
he had 1. All right, he had 18 months. He had
But
18
do
months
you
at
think
Arsenal. Where
do you
Rest of
think
the time he was a liability getting sent off every other game. You're always
if you
laughing at him.
kept Xhaka, right, and didn't sign Rice, how do you think your season would have been that much different?
Yeah.
Really and truly.
Of course it would have.
Or if you kept Xhaka, didn't sign
So
Rice,
Rice,
spent that
so what you're
105
telling
mil
me is,
elsewhere.
the last 4 years that I've been doing content with you, you were talking cack about Rice there. Because now you're saying Shaq is better than him. So what
No,
are
I'm
you
not
going on
saying
about?
that. But what I'm saying is, Potts, is for what you needed and the different seat. Listen, I know Rice is a quality player. Listen, I'm gonna count on him when he does stuff like that. And them stupid shots he was taking from distance, just because he done one against us at 6-0 and it didn't matter. He thinks he can stick one in from fucking 30 yards every week and just wasting opportunity after opportunity.
Nah,
But
you're coming for Rice here. I don't know
but
why.
it's not even just. No, but it's not just what I'm saying is Potts, right? I'm not even saying Rice is shit or Xhaka's way better. But the way Xhaka performed last season, has Rice been a major upgrade this season to get you over the line? Or could you have spent that 105 million towards a striker and another position?
Nah, they done the right thing. Nah, Lawless, they done the right thing, to be fair. I think Rice was a good
They
sign.
got a striker in Havertz as well. You forget that.
Oh, Carl, shut up, Errol, man. You've been on this Havertz dick since the first moment they signed him. Just he's had a few good games recently. Oh, yeah, Havertz is the guy. Come on,
That's
Errol.
where you talk, but that's where the money went. Whether you like the player or you don't, that's where the money went
And it
for
was
the
a poor
forward department.
investment. But
What?
what is he? Is he a
That's
midfielder
not
or
the
a
point.
striker?
That's not the point of the argument. The argument is you just said you should have went and bought a striker. They allotted
No.
65 M towards
Elite
forward.
striker.
You didn't say elite striker now. You shoehorn that. You can fit your
105
argument in the
mil?
narrative to sort your
Are you
head
not-
out. Don't start me.
Are you not getting an elite striker of 105 mil?
I'm not saying you wouldn't, but they still allotted 65 M's towards a striker.
But did he? But originally he's played. Obviously, recently he's played up front more. I think he played in the midfield.
So what are you on about then?
The other day? But he was signed as a utility player for multiple positions. He's played in the midfield as well. He's not that. This is our guy. He wasn't.
Who should
signed
they have
as-
signed then, Lawless? Osimhen? Who should they have signed? Striker.
They've had multiple options. Maybe they could have gone and got Watkins. Maybe Watkins would have been
I
like.
don't
"You know
know
what?
what he's talking about here. What are you waffling about now?
You
What
could
is
have got
going on? If
Watkins.
we would have had
Wait,
Watkins
wait,
instead of
whoa,
Rice,
whoa.
we'd be better. What is going on here? Honestly,
Watkins, you could have got Watkins. Dan Potts.
do you
Dan
think Watkins
Arthwaite.
would have got us? You think Watkins would have got us close to the title than Declan Rice? Is that what you're trying to say?
If you kept Xhaka and signed Watkins instead, right, you would have had a prolific goal scorer.
Nah,
So you get the
Lawless, you're wrong, Mo.
Are we forgetting Xhaka's performance last season?
For me,
okay.
look,
Okay,
just really
let's do
quickly,
that.
for me, with the goalkeeping situation, I think
Xhaka's won a league title.
LB touched on something early that we haven't kind of discussed, and we probably haven't got time now. But you know, if you're changing that many goalkeepers in a short space of time, the manager has to take the blame. because the manager
Right.
is buying these goalkeepers. He's making the decisions on
Absolutely
bringing these
right.
players in. And if they're not good enough, then it lies with the manager. So I agree with that 110%. The second
go.
thing is that you're hammering Zinchenko. I told you last season, Potts, teams were targeting Zinchenko last season because he was your weak link. And even more so this season, he's even more so than your weak link. When they know he's on the pitch, they target him and say, go play down that side because you'll get winning all day long and he'll give you something. And he does. He's just not. He's not.
Who's fault that, Pete?
And let's again, it lies with the manager. But let's not forget. But look, regardless of what anybody thinks, Arsenal thought that Gabriel Jesus, and I'm going to bring him into the conversation as well. They thought that getting Jesus and Zinchenko was a trade up for Arsenal, which it was to an extent. You think Man City are going to sell their better players, the players that they want to let go, to Arsenal? They're not Chelsea. Chelsea and Arsenal have been trading players for God knows how long, just moving players back and forth. Man City ain't going to do that. But if Pep's going to let you go to Arsenal, it means that he doesn't rate you. He doesn't think that you're good enough, and he will let you go there. Why do you think a player that he actually rated in Palmer, who scored a hat-trick tonight, why do you think he sold him to Chelsea? Because he knew Chelsea weren't going to compete this season. So he was happy to let him go there. He weren't going to let him go anywhere else apart from a team that isn't going to compete.
They kept him, man.
Do you think Arsenal fans thinking that these guys were going to make the difference? Nah, not for me. Not for me.
Mate, listen, I think you're right about the goalkeeping situation, man. 7 goalkeepers this guy would have had now if he's still rare. It's ridiculous, man. But there we go. We got Zinchenko for me.
World number one was in his fingertips.
Yeah, mate. Emi Martinez is probably the best goalkeeper under Arteta's reign. It's crazy. That's scary, really, isn't it? But there we go.
We talked about Billy and Newcastle and West Ham, like players wanting to leave if they don't do X, Y, and Z. But you got to talk about Arsenal, man. Like, if you don't win a big one next season, how long is Saka going to stay? How long are your top players going to want to stay? How long are
where's Saka going to go, though, Lawless? Because Saka's well overrated, man. And I don't want to get into the whole Saka thing, but, like, where's he going to go?
There'll be, okay.
But no, just be real, yeah? He's not coming City. He's not going Real Madrid. He's not going Bayern Munich. So he's staying at Arsenal, bro.
You don't think he's capable of better?
I'm just going to throw out there, Saka's a Newcastle fan, but yeah, carry on.
Oh, yeah. When you're back, maybe you can get it. But you don't think he's good enough for City?
He's not good enough for City, bro. He's not good enough for City. And I'm not going to get into that whole debate because I know it triggers Arsenal fans, but he's not good enough for City. He's not good enough. He's miles behind someone like a Mahrez. He's not going to get to Real Madrid. He's not going to get to Barcelona. He's not going to back. So he'll be fine. The other players, like the Salibas of this world, yeah, I think they are players that are very, very promising. And that is a player that, you know, potentially might make a move if they don't win anything in the future years. I still think it's a little bit too soon, personally, to be talking about Arsenal players leaving. But yeah, for me, the only one that I really see there is probably Saliba. As I don't know if Errol's obviously in the situation.
Declan Rice is good enough to go somewhere else.
Well, he's just signed a contract, bro. Come on,
yeah, it doesn't matter, bro.
The amount of times you mentioned Declan Rice is mental.
I know it is mental, bro. It's crazy.
How did you know a Declan Rice count? A little count in the bottom.
No, I'm so sure.
He just signed this season. What are you on about? He just signed a contract this season.
I'm talking about if they don't win next season.
No.
He left to win major trophies. What? So that's it. This is it.
Nobody's going to want Declan Rice. They all want Granit Xhaka, mate. So
where's Rice going? Where's Rice going?
No, I'm asking a question, right? So you're telling me, you're telling me, Peter, right? That right? He left West Ham to go to Arsenal to win the big trophies. If he don't win the big trophies at Arsenal, he's like, well, I gambled, I made my choice, didn't work out. Fuck it, I'm staying. To not.
Yeah, so I'm asking you, where is he going to go? Like that's what I'm saying. Where do you think he's going?
If he's that, it depends who needs that position by the time he's ready to leave. If Man City need that position, if Liverpool need that position, if they're back up there,
he ain't going.
Arsenal wouldn't sell Declan Rice to a Man City or a Liverpool.
So you're telling me if he pushes for a move
discussing this
because he wants to win things?
It's wild, bro. It's wild.
What? Do you not know your history? Do you not know about Sami Nasri? Do you not know? Do you not know about Ashley Cole? You wouldn't.
That was a different regime, bro. Different regime, silly regime. It happened last time, ain't happening again. That's why when people get down to 2 years left, they either get sold or they sign a new contract. They go, yeah. So let's just move on from Arsenal, man.